time for the Hurricane Main Show on His Hot Radio.
I just want to inspire, motivate, and inform. I really believe that God gave me this gift of rap and talk so I can motivate and uplift people that are down and out and spread the word of God and promote positivity. Because I believe positivity is the formula to winning, and that's what I do. I win. Hey, welcome to another great episode of the Hurricane Main Show right here on His Hot Radio. And happy Tuesday to ya. Everybody out there on that Tuesday grind, trying to put your work in. You got Monday out of the way, and now tomorrow is what? You know, hump day. Yes, sir. It's all about how you look at it, brothers and sisters. Yeah, I thank everyone for taking time out to check this episode of the Hurricane Main Show out. It's an all new episode. We got a super awesome show today. Some great music. Getting ready to go into the Sounds of Support event this weekend, this Friday night in the downtown Covington Square, where yours truly, me, Hurricane Main, will be the host of that great concert event where we got super awesome artists showing up, and some kid choir groups going to be performing, just a lot of different talent. We're going to have vendors for mental health there, just because September is Suicide Prevention Month. So we're promoting that. We're doing this, trying to end that whole suicide thing. It's like it's an epidemic now. So we're just trying to do what we can with the Newton and Rockdale County Suicide Prevention Coalition. You know what I'm saying? We're like the Justice League, a bunch of mental health advocates, anti-bullying, anti-abuse organizations coming together to just try to make a difference in our community and spread this thing nationwide via the use of the internet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is going to be a great event. And what I'm doing is, I'm playing music from some of the artists that's going to be there. We're going to have Keisha Dreams. She's going to be rocking the mic. You know what I'm saying? She's got mad skills on the microphone. And also we got Antonio Long, and he's going to be a special guest today, by the way. And we got a highlight reel that's going to be there performing, and we got Young Certified that's going to be performing there. Those are some of the heavy hitters that's going to be showing up, along with the other kid groups that will be there. And there's speakers and all that good stuff. So, yes, sir. You be sure to come out to the downtown Covington Square if you're in the area. If not, just go look for the live feeds. It's going to be flowing on Facebook. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you know what? Just like every week, I always tell you about this past weekend. You know what I'm saying? I had a pretty good weekend this past weekend. It was awesome. I attended the UCFL Flagging for a Cause event. That's Uniting Communities Foundation League. And that's headed up by Miss Brianka out there. Shout out to Brianka, for putting on such great mental health events, just bringing awareness to mental illness and all the stigmas, just trying to bring clarity. She puts together these awesome panels, and I was grateful to be one of the panelists that was invited, and it was an awesome event. We had one downside at the event, and I want to put this out there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody broke into some of the vehicles, because we're in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter where you're at. I shouldn't even say that, but somebody broke in a car, and you know what I'm saying, they'll get theirs for what they stole from the young people that were out there and everything. It's just sad that you try to do a positive thing like Brianka's doing, and then someone's going to break into a car and steal some items from people that they worked hard for, and they're there for a good thing. You know what I'm saying? People just don't care, but what goes around comes around. That's how it works. If you bring negative energy, you're going to draw negative results to your life. You know what I'm saying? Negative actions and negative thoughts can only lead to negative actions and negative thoughts. That's it. And same thing for positive, but the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So Think about it. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to keep this thing moving, though. I'm sure those individuals that had the items stolen will be blessed with more in the near future. So don't worry about it. If you're out there listening, brother, I don't know your name, but if you're listening, keep your head up. Everything will work out in your advantage. You know what I'm saying? But it was still an awesome event, despite that happening. And big shout out to Jumbo Security out there. You know, they were in full effect out there at the UCFL Flagging for a Cause event this past weekend. Had some other great speakers, you know, very motivational sisters out there, man. I was just totally inspired to see these sisters, these black women getting out here and speaking and telling their stories, which was so inspirational. So just listen out soon, because I'm going to have some of those ladies on the show here in the near future. You know what I'm saying? I exchanged information and got, you know, just networking. If you're doing something like what I'm doing, like speaking or just going out doing community events, always exchange information. Keep the network growing. Try to get something from everything you go to. Kind of like you're a snowball, and you're just accumulating along the way. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of exchanging information, though, it's kind of funny because I don't know what made me think of this, but just the different things and events that I go to, like this past weekend at the UCFL Flagging for a Cause event, we're exchanging information. I noticed that it used to not be this way, but now it's like everybody has an iPhone. What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? I know iPhone's supposed to be the happening thing. My kids have let me know that. You know what I'm saying? How important it is for them to have an iPhone. And I'm just sitting here thinking, because I still have an Android. I got my Android, and I'm like, I'm going to keep my Android till the wheels run off. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought about it this weekend, and because it's been happening over the last few weeks and months. I'm just, everywhere I go, everybody's got an iPhone, and we're trying to exchange information. And it's funny to me because I'm sitting there like, well, I got an Android, because I guess now it's kind of registering to me that I'm like one of the few people that still have an iPhone. An Android. So I'm like, I'll tell everybody while we're exchanging contact information, yeah, I got this Android right here. Well, you got an iPhone? Because I ask them that because I want to see which link to send them to download the His Hop Radio app. You know, on iPhone's App Store, Google Play on the Android. So I asked for that reason too. But it's funny the way that they respond. Whenever I say I got an Android, they always sound real sad for me. Like almost like, I don't know, like I don't have any arms or something almost. Like, I'll say, yeah, I got an Android, and they'll respond like, oh well, it'll be okay. It's okay. It's okay. They'll say it like that, like they feel sorry for me. Like I'm saying, like, well, you know, I'm homeless, I don't have anywhere to go or something. Almost that same type tone of voice when they respond, and it's kind of funny to me, you know what I'm saying? So I say all of that to ask this question to you, the listeners, the His Hop Radio family out there. You know what I'm saying? The His Hop Nation. What's up with this? You know what I'm saying? If you can, because everybody's telling me, including my kids, that I need to get an iPhone because of all of the interaction that I'm having and different things I'm dealing with with my entertainment company and all. So tell me, you know what I'm saying? Somebody out there DM me and let me know at least one advantage to having an iPhone. And I don't mean because of FaceTime, because I got Messenger and I can look at someone face to face on Messenger on my phone, you know, on my Android. You know what I'm saying? So don't come with that, because that's what my kids usually come with. I want someone to tell me one thing on the business end that this iPhone could benefit me better than my Android, and I, my friend, will consider switching. I didn't say I switch, but I consider it. and then you can check my phone at the next event that you see me at, because God's been blessed me with a lot of events, so you can track me down. So just someone help your brother out. Help your brother Hurricane Maine out. Let me know. DM me. I'm Hurricane Maine on everything. You know, Facebook, I'm Tremaine Johnson, and that's Tremain Johnson. Or I got a Facebook, Hurricane Maine, also. So go on there and send me a message. Go on my Hurricane Maine Instagram page. Send me a direct message. You know what I'm saying? Any of that stuff, Hurricane Maine, look me up. Let me know one thing that an iPhone could benefit me better doing. You know what I'm saying? One advantage. Just one. You don't have to name a list. Just one thing. And I want to see what you say, and I want to get convinced. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, there's something going on, unless everybody's just caught up in this whole fad thing. And the fad thing is not me. That went out years ago. I'm not afraid to say I'm 47 years old, so I don't care about what's in and what's happening, and just to be cool and hip. I live from within, people. I don't live for this material stuff. So just let me know how this iPhone could benefit me. Just one thing it could benefit me with over my Android in the business industry and in this modern social media day and age. All right? Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me tell you what today's show is about. Today's show, we got a special guest, Antonio Long. He's a singer, songwriter. He's out of the East Point, ATL, Atlanta area, and he's got some nice sounds, people. You know what I'm saying? He was at the Living Fit Expo where I hosted a few weeks ago, and this brother's got some skills on the mic, but the thing that caught my attention is his sound. It's just different. I played his song Bag a week ago, and now I'm going to feature some more of his music. So I want y'all to hang in here and check this brother Antonio Long out, and just let me know what you think about him too. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to give out contact information, tell his story, and some of you aspiring artists out there, it'd probably be good for you to tune in, hang in here, and check Antonio Long out, hear his story, lets you know that he's no different from you. All right? All right. With no further ado, let's go ahead and take a break, and we're going to go into some Antonio Long music, play some more music, then we're going to come back with Antonio Long right here on the Hurricane Maine Show on His Hop Radio. Keep it locked, all right?
This is Nikki J., author of Life After HIV. You can find my book on Amazon. I'm also the founder of Anaya Space, and you are listening to Hurricane Maine Show on His Hop Radio.
All I'm trying to do is get to the money. All I'm trying to do is get to the money. All I'm trying to do is get to the money. I'm just in my bag. I'm just in my bag. Bag. I'm just in my bag. Bag, hey. I'm just in my bag.
You gotta get with this.
Bag, yeah.
If you know you in your bag.
Bag, hey. Oh, I know what they say. They say that I've been acting hella funny. Oh, but at the end of the day, all I'm trying to do is get to the money.
Trying to get to the money.
That's facts. I ain't pressed, ain't stressed about what a hater do. Oh, I stay in my own lane. I'm doing me, could give a F about you. But if you're rockin' with me, baby, then don't stop. And we going straight to the top. I love you, but if I don't call you back, please don't get mad. Cause I'm just in my bag. I'm just in my bag. Bag. I'm just in my bag. I'm just in my bag. Bag, hey. I'm just in my bag. I'm just in my bag, yeah. I'm just in my bag. Bag, hey. I just wanna be successful. I'm on the grind, I'm making moves, yeah. Oh, success ain't given, it's earned, yeah. It's all predicated on what you do, yeah. Oh, you can't take everybody with ya, cause some people only goal is to hinder. Hey, I stick to the agenda, and I keep my focus on the bigger picture. Hey, I'ma get it, I'm gonna win it straight to the top, cause I love this. They don't wanna see me make it, man, it's so sad. But I'm just in my bag. I'm just in my bag, bag. I'm just in my bag. I'm just in my bag, bag, hey. I'm just in my bag. I'm just in my bag, bag, yeah. I'm just in my bag. Bag, bag, hey. I'm just in my doing what I gotta do, yo. I'm making moves to do shows, I'm on the road. Now I gotta hit the studio. I'm just in my bag. I'm just in my bag, bag. I'm just in my bag. I'm just in my bag, bag, hey. I'm just in my bag. I'm just in my bag, yeah. I'm just in my bag. Bag, bag, hey.
If you can't beat them, better join them. Well, you ain't beating God, that's the power of anointing. And I be writing rhymes all the time, showing no fear. Word to Mistral, like see the ties, it's a good year. All the information for your soul, and it's all that. After doing business, I make sure to lead a style back. It's a lot of brother mans creeping from the fifth floor. I can't even handle that, that's what unicycles for. I'm so tired of these Snapchat filters. Get your act together, whoopee word to your sister. Rocket out of space, shooting, call me James Harden. If you ain't from my planet, get to stepping, call it Martin. I ain't Indiana, but the Lord gon' keep me pacing. That's a word to you, hell, slow and steady with the racing. So much freaking crazy, I should add some to the mix. Cause what's peanut butter without jelly, had to sandwich this. Be ye, so ready. Be ye, so ready. You never know. You never know. You never know. When he's coming back. I'm so Space Ghost with this coast to coast. Class projects I do the most. And once you make it, they clinging on to you, coming at you like Kimbo. It took a while to get started. Crank it up and then punch the gas. In the match with no DQs. Save the questions, no need to ask. Music so neat, though I need one of these. Bringing the fun to you like Chuck E. Cheese. Call it iconic, I call it ironic. If they got the juice, then I'm bringing the squeeze. Certified rapper descended by God. Roll with the Trinity, who need a mob? He said he will do it, believe he will do it. With Jesus, it's never a problem. What you know about them Kool-Aid pies back in high school? Hot summer days at Project 70, we at the pool. Get the job done, steady moving, call it clockwork. What you doing with them drums, crab? You on these first. Always trying to take them solos, tell me why do we rehearse? Everybody wanna be the Flash, but you act reverse. Way too Hollywood, save the drummer for the Lakers. Let my people to the promised land, 40 million acres. Be ye, so ready. Be ye, so ready. You never know. You never know.
Hey, we're back with more of the Hurricane Main Show right here on His Hot Radio. Yes, sir. And just like I promised everybody in the promo, because we got the Sounds of Support coming up this Friday in Covington, Georgia on the square and everything. So we got a lot of performers coming out, some heavy hitters coming out with some nice sounds. And I wanted to kind of feature one of them in particular on this show. So in the promos, I promoted him and I've been talking about him. I played him last week and his name is Antonio Long. Say what's up to the listeners, Mr. Antonio Long.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Yeah. I'm so glad for you to come on the show, man. I thank you so much for taking time out to chop it up with us on the phone.
Thank you for having me, man. I already told you I definitely appreciate you taking the time out to interview me, and definitely for having me for the event on Friday. I'm looking forward to that as well.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited about it. Things are moving because we're keeping God first, and it just draws people like us together, and it just makes the dream work, makes things come out because we're pushing the right thing. That's what we need in this day and time.
Definitely.
Yeah. You know, I first heard you, I was hosting over there at the Living Fit Expo, brother. And I mean, I mean, there was a lot of rap performers out there, you know, and, you know, they were sounding pretty hot. But then all of a sudden I heard you get up there. You got up there on the mic, and I introduced you going up there, you know, and wow, I thought you was going to bust some flow. But you came out with a totally different sound, you know.
Yeah.
To me, yeah, man, you got some vocals right there, man. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Your song, I think the song that really caught my attention was Bag. I really like that song, man. I really do. You know, tell me a little bit about that song Bag, you know, because I played it last week on the show, and, you know, give us an idea where that song came from, the inspiration for Bag.
Well, actually, Bag is my latest single that I just dropped, and it's, you know, it's a song that hustlers can relate to, you know, people who are trying to be focused on. It's not just about money, but just about being focused on what your goals are, being focused on your end goal, and not letting distractions, you know, and people come in and take your attention away from that. You know, oftentimes people don't see your end goal. People don't see your vision, and they may not understand where you're going, and you may not have time to entertain a lot of people. Sometimes you may not have time to entertain a lot of foolishness. So the song really just came out of place of like, I'm in my bag, I'm in my zone, you know, I'm doing what I got to do to get to where I'm trying to get to.
Okay, yeah, just doing your thing. You know, telling everybody to do you, sure. You know. Too many people out here all up in everybody else's stuff, you know. And a lot of that to me comes from people, you know, like when you're pursuing something like in music, like what you're doing, you know. A lot of times you'll have people that won't be brave enough to go out and pursue those dreams or ambitions that they have like that. And then they judge you based on how they think of themselves, if you feel what I'm saying. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So,
definitely.
So they're giving you all these opinions that they have, like, well, you know, that's like a 1 in a million shot, or you know, it's not guaranteed. But one thing I find, brother, you know, from one brother to another, you know, one thing I find that if you pursue something and you keep bumping your head and making mistakes, you're going to find your way if you just keep correcting and realizing that the setbacks is part of it. You know, so a lot of people need to look at it that way. You know, that if you break something down, you can find a way, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're definitely on your way, because your sound is so, to me, is unique. I don't know if you ever even been told that, you know, but
yeah. You
have?
Yeah. People do say it's different. I think it's different. You know, I'm just doing me. You know, I write based off of, you know, what I'm experiencing, you know, some of what I see around the world and what other people go through. And I like to make music that's relatable, you know, and songs that people can, you know, groove to. You know, my style can be kind of smooth sometimes, but I just like to write relatable music. But going back to what you were saying about, just to sum it all up, to me is, you know, just really being consistent and being consistent and just being poised. You know what I mean? And I do believe that if you're consistent and if you stay with whatever it is you're pursuing, you know, that you're bound to succeed. So that's what I'm doing, man, and I appreciate people like you for giving me the platform and the opportunity to reach other people. It means a lot. No problem, my brother. You know, because it all works for the good for all of us, because you're putting out good messages, and I can tell you're a wise young man, that you've been through some things, you know. That to have a story like you have, song after song, I see the consistency in that. It's like you're telling a story. You know, it's a story of Antonio's journey. You know, and it's so beautiful, the sound of it. And like I said, that's why I figured you'd be perfect for the event this coming Friday in Covington on the square, you know, because the vibe out there, even on a normal Friday night out there,
there is just a lot of people. It's a lot of people. It's a lot going on in that little area, you know, almost like the little party scene or whatever. You know, so it's just gonna be a nice flow, and I just want everybody to be able to hear you out there, you know.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying about, you know, you can hear something in your music that you've been through some things. Where'd you come up at? Where you live? Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I live in Atlanta, Georgia right now. However, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. And I was born in Baltimore. I grew up in Prince George's County, Maryland, near D.C. And I like to, you know, I give little bits and pieces of what I've been through in my music, even music that isn't out yet that the public hasn't heard. But I grew up in foster care. I grew up in, you know, group homes and stuff like that. Okay. And sort of, you know, away from my family. So, I mean, I have a story, you know, but all the things that I've been through with growing up without my family, or, you know, having to deal with poverty and homelessness and being around drug addiction and stuff like that, it's definitely played a part in why I am so driven, the way I'm driven with my music and creating art to inspire people. And so I moved to Atlanta about 3 years ago to further pursue my music, my career in music. I feel like this is a great place for upcoming artists to definitely, you know, get out there. I was actually doing gospel. I've been an artist. I've been an art. Yeah, I was doing gospel. I'm not traditional gospel. I was doing music, Christian music that the sound wasn't too far fetched from what I'm doing now. But yeah, so in 2016 I moved to Atlanta, and around that time I also transitioned into more of a R&B, you know.
What do you mean, like a R&B type / spiritual in a way? Because I hear some references about God in there and everything, you know, because, you know, that's important, but at the same time, not just because. I don't know if you consider yourself R&B or, I mean, what do you consider yourself? I guess I'm asking.
I'm an R&B artist.
R&B.
I'm an R&B. More pop R&B. You know.
Okay. Because I still hear that strong, positive vibe in there in your music. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I really like about it too, because it's got that R&B sound, but it's not traditional R&B. It's really not. Yeah. You know, it's not like Love Triangle this, and my heart got broke, and what that's all the R&B songs, you know, typically about. But see, you're coming a different direction. That's why I believe, because some people will say, they try to put labels on you. They try to say, if you're not singing gospel, you got to be over here. If you're singing this, you got to be over here. But if you come up with a type of music that crosses over, you can go in a church and sing your music, and then you can go over to another type of venue and do it too. You know, it crosses over. So, you know, the message just, to me, sounds more authentic, because to me, I did motivational rap music. You know, and that's what I called it, motivational, while everybody else around me was calling theirs Christian hip-hop and stuff. But I call it motivational or just rap. You know, you're just rapping, you know.
Yeah, well, I don't really like to put myself in a box. That was one of the reasons why I stopped being that's one of the reasons I stopped doing gospel music exclusively, or Christian music exclusively. I started to feel like I was being in a box and I couldn't fully express myself the way I wanted to, or I didn't know how to express myself. But now I do have songs that are like love songs, like typical R&B songs. I don't have a typical R&B sound as far as like my voice. Right.
Well, now love is important. Now, don't get me wrong. Love is important now. It's very important.
And I have some songs. I have a lot of songs that I have a few songs that I offer through my website, which is AntonioLong.com. And I have some free music that people are able to download. And a couple of those songs that I put out this year are, you know, love songs. They have, you know, I have So I don't limit myself. I'm a writer. I'm a songwriter as well as an artist. So I understand where I am as an artist and what my sound is, but I'm also a songwriter. So in that, I write on a plethora of different topics, but I just like everything to be sort of inspirational, not necessarily religious, but just, I like to inspire people through my music.
That's good you say that too. Not necessarily religious, because that's what I tell people. I'm not religious. I'm a spiritual person, because I believe we're all part of God. That we're all children of God. We're all part of God. God is within us all. So that's what I believe. And all that religion and labeling and saying I'm this, I'm that, that's what keeps us divided. And that's what keeps people being judgmental of others, so
right.
Yeah, that's good that you're like that. I see that in your swag too. By the way, I see that. The whole demeanor, your music and everything, the way you carry yourself, I can feel that. Yeah. And what we're gonna do though is because I want to talk to you. I want to take a break. I want to talk to you when we come back more about where you grew up in Maryland and everything, how it was out there, just to give the listeners an idea of what develops a person like yourself, to make you have the ambition, and we'll talk a little bit about your purpose, what you feel like your purpose is, what you're trying to do with your music, okay?
Okay, awesome.
Okay. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to go into a song right now. Which song you want to play? You sent me a little music for the show this weekend, so tell me one of the songs you want to go into.
How about Really Love? How about that one? That song is Really Love is featuring Rochelle Denise from the DMV, and I think they'll like that one.
Okay. We're gonna play Really Love, since we was talking about love and everything, so they'll flow right into it. All right, people, y'all keep it locked right here on the Hurricane Main Show on His Hop Radio. We're gonna come back with more Antonio Long and more of his great music. And right now we're gonna go into his song Really Love. And remember, you heard it right here first on the Hurricane Main Show on His Hop Radio. Keep it locked.
Could this be love? Could this be real love? Could this be love? Could this be real love? Could this be love? Yeah. Could this be real love? Real love. Could this be? Could this be love? Hey, oh yeah, Could this be real love? Ooh. Everybody needs some love. Everybody needs some love. I'm talking about that real love. Yes, they do, I know. Everybody needs some love. You know you need it. I'm talking about that good unconditional love. Yeah. And it doesn't matter who you are, you know that you need love to turn your frown. Oh yeah. If we ain't got love, we ain't got nothing. Oh, 'cause love makes the world go round. But just be careful, 'cause you just might get something that looks like love but ain't quite real. Love is action, it ain't just emotion. Sometimes you gotta forsake how you feel and say, could this be love? Could it be love? Could this be real love? Could this be love? How do you know when it's for real is the question? 'Cause I've been hurt when I thought that it was for real. What do you do when you find out it ain't the real thing? Ain't the real. Do you give
up on love, cause you can't seem to win. No, I wanna be open to love, but I don't wanna get hurt again. People use the words I love you so loosely, but love's in what we do, not what we say.
I guess they gon' have to show and prove, cause I ain't getting hurt no more. They gon' have to show and prove, until I know that it's for real. Can't you see how much I really love you? Can't you see how much I really love you? Can't you see how much I really love you? Can't you see how much I really love you? Ooh, can't you see how much I really love you? See how much I really love you? This is really love. To know that it's for real, yeah. I gotta know that it's for real, yeah. Real love. Tell me if it's real. Tell me if it's really love. Could it be? Are you the prototype? Real love. Ooh, yeah. Think this could be love. Real love. I gotta know that it's for real, yeah. Real love. I gotta know that it's for real, yeah. I gotta know that. Gotta know that. Real love. I gotta know that it's for real, yeah.
We're here to work. We're here to work. Come on. Just throw your hands up. Just throw your hands up. Just throw your hands up. Now where my praises at? Come on now, all up running hard. Don't get me started. Wake up late, this party started. Praising him lazy, I'm hardly grinding hard. My blessings saw me. Father God, he knows he's on me. Discipline brings you the promise. Working hard, call me a baller. Molding me, my father's on it. Moving it, this tempo charge. Obeying him, I heard him calling. Singing him and dancing on it. Reason while I'm working. 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 I'm focused in while we keep running. Dancing move make you feel something. Worshiping, no, I'm not smoking. Catch your breath, working and pumping. Lacking him make you feel sluggish. Giving up, no, that's not something. Kingdom wealth or I want nothing. Going in, I'm steady jumping. Energy, I'm always loving. Early up, yeah, every morning. Lazy hands will make you nothing. Seek him first, yeah, that's my story. Woman, God, you got that right. Praising him, we up all night. Tired, no, he makes me right. My body, soul is temple. Raising while I'm working. 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 Now get your hands in the air. Wave it 'cause you're working. Throw your hands in the air. Raise them loud, just working. Throw your hands in the air. Wave it 'cause you're working. Throw your hands in the air. Raise them now, just work. Just work. Hey, work. Work. Hey, work. Work. Hey, work. Work. We grind. We work. We grind. We work. We grind. We work. We grind. We
Kane Main Show right here on His Hop Radio. And we got Antonio Long on the phone right now. You still with us, Mr. Antonio Long?
Yes, sir.
Right,
yes, sir. Still here.
All right, brother. You know, before we went into the break, we were just talking a little bit about your music. We were talking music, talking about where you came from, the style of music, because I know people are going to hear your music like they just heard Really Love, and I played Bag a little bit earlier, and and you know, they hit. I want them to kind of get familiar with where that's coming from. So I want to go a little bit more into depth about where it came from, to ask you about where you came up at. How was it? And you said you're from Maryland. I mean, what part of Maryland did you grow up in?
Baltimore. I was born in Baltimore, Maryland. Okay. I moved to Prince George's County, Maryland, which is more closer to Washington, D.C., as I was kind of going through the foster care system and stuff. And then I moved back to Baltimore to go to school. I went to Morgan State University, and I majored in music there. And I pretty much stayed in Baltimore until 2016 when I moved to Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in Baltimore, you know, you said you stayed in foster care. How was that, though? Was it difficult, or was it pretty much a okay environment? You know, I know you said you saw a lot of drug abuse and a lot of stuff. Was that in the foster care or just in different places you went?
No, just where I grew up. I mean, growing up as a child, when I lived with my father, he was addicted to drugs. And, of course, living in the inner city of Baltimore is very, very drug infested. And the crime rate, you know, is very high, and it's been that way for a long time. So just being in those living in, as you know, as a kid in those poverty-stricken areas and stuff, you know, it was what I was used to. But I did move away, like I said, to I was in various group homes, a couple foster homes, and you know, just children facilities like shelters and stuff like that. I'll say from the age 10 till about 18.
Wow.
So yeah. So and but you know, it wasn't the environments that I lived in the foster care system, which were many. It was different. It wasn't necessarily bad, but it wasn't what I was used to, you know, from, you know, when I lived at home with my father, you know, before going into the system. But it definitely I think prepared me for where I am today. You know, I think having those experiences and encountering a lot of things that I encountered, it opened me up to another world out there. Besides what I saw.
Inspired you not to do the negative things that you saw. Inspired you to do better. You know, and you know. And so, what type of musicians did you look up to when you were growing up? You know.
Man, when I was a kid, like surprisingly, and you wouldn't believe it, I didn't have a lot of musical influence growing up. I didn't come from a musical family. I do remember my dad at times playing. I mean, he used to DJ. He used to do like house music, and you had these parties and stuff in the basement. So I was listening to house music and stuff like that.
Were you in the other room listening through the door and everything?
No, I wasn't listening through the door, but it was just like he had his turntables and stuff, and you know, I would hear them, you know, downstairs, or I would see when he was mixing and stuff. But I remember he would play Babyface a lot sometimes, you know, around the house, or who else he would play? Like I loved Michael Jackson. I was a big Michael Jackson. I was a big Michael Jackson.
You sound young. Which stage of Michael Jackson were you into? Were you into like the 90s Michael Jackson, or because you know he transformed? Because he was looking one way. He was looking one way in the 70s, then he slowly transformed it. So which stage were you into? The Thriller days or something?
Yeah, pretty much the mid to late 80s, going all the way through the 90s.
Oh, okay.
I've always been a huge Michael Jackson fan growing up. But outside of that, I didn't really get heavy into. I mean, I like the idea. I like the arts. Like, I was always curious about, you know, whether it was acting, music, dance. I used to dance a lot. I used to beat on pots and pans and stuff. My father had bought me a little, you know, children's drum set when I was younger. I was always interested in that, but I just never had anyone to, you know, push me in that direction. But it wasn't until I got to high school that I actually started to get more into music. And so I was in the music department in my high school. So we traveled and we did classical and gospel and jazz, pop. We did, you know, singing in other languages, all types of stuff that I had never been accustomed to. So just getting to travel and all of that, it really sparked a bigger interest in music. And so I never knew that I wanted to be a performer necessarily, but I was always interested in music.
So I bet if you think back, though, just reflect on your life, you can see, wait, music was just in me. You know, it sounds like it was in you from the get-go. You know, it was like your purpose or something. You know that, and that's very important to find our purpose in life. You know, because especially one like music with an awesome voice like you got, you know, you just making people feel good, make people happy, you know. Yeah. Something, you know. Yeah, definitely. So what are you trying to do with your music? You trying to keep on creating, come out with some new albums? What are you doing? What are you working on?
Well, I'm working on a project right now. It's an EP. So I'm in the early stages of creating that. I've been writing a lot and coming up with different ideas for that. And so I'll be actually going into the studio to start recording that really soon. But you know, in the long run, I'd like to obviously continue to travel and do my music and perform. But like I said earlier, I'm a songwriter, so ideally I would love to write for other artists, artists who are upcoming artists or artists in the industry already. That is my strong point. Like, writing is what I love to do, and I do love performing as an artist as well. So in the long run, I see myself, you know, doing more writing and doing more production and stuff. But I love to travel and tour and perform my music as well. So it's a long road and a long process. So I really feel like I'm just getting started. I've been doing music I've been doing music as an artist for over 10 years, but only 3 of those 10 years 3 years was really 13 years. So out of the 3 years I've been doing R&B. So I just feel like I'm starting over. You know what I mean? So
I got you. Yeah. Well,
so this project.
Go ahead. You got a project? Go ahead.
So the EP project that I'm working on is going to be an introduction to who Antonio Long is as an artist. So I'm really excited to for people to hear that. I'm hoping for that project to be out by next year. So
that's
definitely be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. Be sure to let me know about it, because I want to play it here on the show, get it in rotation on the station. You know, get it to where people can request your music and all. And music that I got, I'm going to be playing it. You know, I'm going to keep it spinning. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, that's
I appreciate it.
Yeah, because I do that for people that are out there on the grind working real hard, because the way it works is people going to hear you on the show. They're going to see you out there performing, you know, on the grind and everything, and the reference will come back to the show. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, whenever I say Antonio Long's going to be back on the show, your fans, they follow it. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of looks out for both of us, and you do that.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you're out there on the grind doing your thing, so that's a good thing. So just keep that up. You know, I was thinking about how you said you've been in it for these many years and that many years. You know, I was thinking about in a book where I read that they say if you put 10,000 hours into something, you know, you're gonna get there. You know, so yeah, you are learning. That's good. You're looking at it like that. You're building and developing. Just keep in the back of your mind that once you get so many hours put into what you're doing, that's when you're gonna, you know, you're starting to see results now. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, people listen to the show. You out there doing shows. You're getting your name out there, so you're putting the work in. And you know, so that's awesome. I know that because I raced professional BMX bicycles in the 90s and 2000s. So I know all about putting that time into something, you know, and that developed me into the motivator.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know, we're getting short on time, so what we're gonna do is I want you to share some of those links with us, but first, if you got any places you're gonna be performing besides this weekend, because we got promotion for that on Full Blast. But if you got some stuff coming up after that, tell everybody about that and where they can find you, your music, and all that good stuff. Run us down right quick.
Well, actually, I'll be performing in it on the 25th, which is, I believe that's the third. I believe that's this Wednesday at the Ice Bar in Atlanta.
Okay.
So definitely come out for that. That would be dope.
The Ice Bar.
I think it starts at the Ice Bar. It starts around 9. But the big show that I'm preparing for is with Jeremy Neither and Grace O'Connor. I believe I said her name correctly. I hope I said her name right. But anyway, so we're performing. We're doing a concert at Smith's Old Bar, on November 8th, and that's a Friday. And so tickets are actually on sale now. And if you go to either smithsoldbar.com or you could go to my Instagram at Antonio Long Show. And I'll have the ticket info in the in my bio, or the link in my bio. So you can check out my links. My website is antoniolong.com, and I have music available on iTunes, Spotify, all your streaming platforms. So definitely check me out.
Once we get them to get connected with you on social media, I know one thing will lead to another. But what I'll do for you to help things out, for people listening to this show and the show goes off, I'm going to get some of those links from you, and I'm going to post it on my Hurricane main page and our His Hot Radio page and all that good stuff. So people can go directly to it and get right to you. You know what I'm saying? They can check those links out, see where they can get those tickets for November 8th at Ice Bar, you know, all that good stuff, just in case they miss some of that info. So if you got any flyers or anything you want me to post, let me know.
Okay, cool. And the Ice Bar is actually going to be free all night, so there's no cover for that. So, but you definitely got to be in the building November 8th. I'm going to be live with a live band and everything. It's going to be really nice. So I definitely would love to see you guys out. Be sure to download my single Bag. That's the newest single, and I'm actually working on a music video for that, so that'll be out soon. So you got to stay plugged to my social media to check out, get the exclusive on the music video. Yeah,
you said you're on SoundCloud too, right? I'm not sure if you ran that down. You're on SoundCloud and all that good stuff, right?
Yes. Okay. You can find all those links on my website, antoniolong.com.
Cool. And for anybody that missed any of it or any of this show, you know, you can tune in this evening for a rebroadcast at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you know, and just get to know this brother. And if you're in the Covington area, come out this Friday and check this brother out, because he's got some serious vocals. And we're going to have some other artists coming out there too, but I just want you to check Antonio Long out and everyone else. You know, support these underground artists that are making a difference, you know, with their songs, you know. But Mr. Long, I appreciate you, brother. You know, we're getting close to the end of the show. We're going to go into some more of your music, and then I'm going to come back and close this episode out, all right?
All right, definitely. Thank you for having me once again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, brother. You got anybody want to send some shout-outs to?
Send
some shouts out.
Man. Well, actually, yeah, I shout out a couple of people. Why not?
Shout out these haters. Shout out the haters.
I ain't worried about no haters, but I'm gonna shout out a couple artists who are going to be actually featured in the November 8th show. I'm gonna bring them up in my set to do some music with me. So one artist named is D Swint. You can find him online on Instagram at the letter D Swint music. And also Legend. I can't think of his Instagram, but I'm gonna bring him out too. But yeah, so many people. We're not gonna start shouting out people because there's a lot of people I could shout out. So yeah, that's
right.
A couple
might leave one out or something, right?
right.
Yeah.
But I plan to have those two artists at the show on November 8th. So I definitely would love for you to check them out.
Cool. Well, whenever you get some new music, anytime, you just hit your brother up, bro. And we'll put it on here, okay? You got any new updates that come up or something, let me know. We can mention them on the show, or I may even get you on for a short snippet or something to mention something.
Okay. I appreciate that, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up, brother. And I appreciate you once again for coming on the show. I want you to hang on the phone for just a second. And we're going to go ahead and go into some more music by Antonio Long. And if you miss any of those links, be sure to, because I know some of you are driving, so don't try nothing crazy writing something while you're driving. Just go to my Hurricane Main page on Facebook or my Instagram, and we can show you the way. All right? Okay. All right. With that said, we'll be right back. Let's go into some more Antonio Long on the Hurricane Main Show on His Hop Radio.
I got problems, people problems. I've got problems. People problems, 99% of my problems. I got problems, yeah. People problems, I got problems, yeah. I've got problems, I got problems, yeah. People problems, 99% of my problems. I got problems, yeah. People problems, I got problems, yeah. I've got problems, I got problems, yeah. People problems, they say more money, more problems. Well, I say more people, more problems. Cause 99% of my problems come from people that be doing me wrong, yeah. I'm just saying, if you take my problems and add it to my people problems, it only means I got more problems. That's why sometimes I'd rather be alone, yeah. Hey, cause I ain't gotta worry about my intentions, and I ain't gonna do me dirty. And I ain't gotta worry about what I ain't getting from me, cause baby, I love me. Now I'm sure this might sound crazy, but I know I'm talking truth. Cause people come with baggage, and the bullish that they do only bring me problems. I got problems, yeah. People problems, I got problems, yeah. I've got problems, I got problems, yeah. People problems, 99% of my problems. I got problems, yeah. People problems, I got problems, yeah. I've got problems, I got problems, yeah. People problems. Don't you get on social media and think your problems will get easier. Cause now people are worse than ever. Man, people just be doing the most. Okay, now I can admit that I'm kinda funny when it comes to my business. Sometimes I'm sensitive and be in my feelings. That's because people be doing me wrong, yeah. Hey, but I ain't gotta worry about my intentions, and I ain't gonna do me dirty. And I ain't gotta worry about what I ain't getting from me, cause baby, I love me. Now I'm sure this might sound crazy, but I know I'm talking truth. Cause people come with baggage, and the bullish that they do only bring me problems. I got problems, yeah. People problems, I got problems, yeah. I got problems, I got problems, yeah. People problems, 99% of my problems. I got problems, yeah. People problems, I got problems, yeah. I got problems, I got problems, yeah. People problems, hey, yeah, I'm looking for the people, yeah, without all the drama. of those fake ones, hating ones, those without no loyalty. Hey, well, I'm looking for the people with good intentions to get my attention. Why don't you make yourself known? I've got problems, people problems. I've got problems, people problems. 99% of my problems, I got problems, yeah. People problems, I got problems, yeah. I've got problems, I got problems, yeah. People problems, 99% of my problems, I got problems, yeah. People problems, I got problems, yeah. I've got problems, I got problems, yeah. People problems.
Hey, that's Antonio Long, People Problems, and that's my time. I'm about to sign out, but if you miss any of this great episode of the Hurricane Maine Show, be sure to tune in this evening for a rebroadcast at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until next week, people, I will be locked inside of your device. Thank you, and God bless.